Hello, my friends. Welcome to Clarity with K. Based on the thumbnail, you know who I'm talking about today. Yes, I'm talking about this hate monger, racist commentator from Dallas who has been targeting the entire Indian community. My friends, today I'm not going to mince my words or sugarcoat them because these racists need reply in strong words. Otherwise, they think that it's our weakness. First, let's take a listen.
Really weird cult following for Indian mangoes. Bangina Pali mangoes. Doesn't sound very appetizing. You even have Costco has started selling these, which I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But it makes sense, seeing as anytime I step into my local Costco, I feel like I'm in Mumbai.
Forget about Mumbai. Before quoting cities you have never seen, have you ever set foot outside of Texas, you knucklehead?
Steven, speaking of the Indian mangoes being sold at Costco because
Vagina
Costco knows their
Pali mangoes?
clientele, Bangina Pali mangoes.
You keep twisting Indian names until they sound vulgar and laugh at your own jokes, you douchebags. The G in Banginapalli sounds exactly like the G in your last name, you bonehead.
Sounds delicious. Wall Street Journal actually did a write-up about Indian mangoes. Americans will do anything to get Indian mangoes. If you don't mind, New York Times, I'm gonna just make a correction.
It's Wall Street Journal, you dumbwit.
I don't think it's Americans racing for those mangoes. I think it's all the people who are coming here. Newsflash. I'm here for you. Public service announcement. You might want to think twice before eating these disgusting mangoes because apparently you're going to be shocked to hear this coming from India, of all places. They're not very sanitary. Here's a headline. Japan has officially halted the import of fresh Indian mangoes.
But the US allowed it, you dummy.
So, just like all of the other food that's coming out of India, the mangoes are actually, they're like biohazards. They're disgusting. What is on these mangoes that all of these people are paying absurd prices for?
It's poop.
And by the way, before you, thank you. Spoiler alert.
Probably poop.
It's
In the beginning, she was targeting these fake H1B companies, and nobody had any issue with it. In fact, most of the Indians would support her wholeheartedly because we want these fraudsters to be brought to justice because they are bringing shame to the entire community. But my friend, she crossed the line. She started targeting the entire Indian community, even the kids playing in the park. She says that my kids are not able to make friends because they are speaking in foreign language. Lady, your kid is not able to make friends not because of foreign language but because of you, because nobody can stand around a person filled with so much of hatred and so much of filth. That's the reason. And then she cries, I want my country back. What country you are talking about? Which version of the country, which period you are talking about? Because throughout the history, America has been changing. Companies like Blockbusters, when everything around them is changing, Blockbuster still wanted to do DVDs. And then you know what happened. If you and your followers do not realize the new realities and adapt to this changing country, you will meet with the same fate. Then Indian community will continue to advance. By the way, even though you are dumb enough to understand the statistic, but let me try to educate you. First of all, there is nothing unlawful, nothing illegal about kids talking in their mother tongue. But as per the statistics, 85% of Indians aged 5 and above can speak very, very good language. And in fact, America realizes that the immigrants coming from different countries cannot speak English, and hence they started this ESL program. Every public school in Texas and all other states have this program called ESL, English as Second Language. And you know who utilize this most? Non-Indians. Indian students only utilize 1 to 2%. That tells you how good Indian kids are, Indians are in English speaking. My friends, I'm going to give you the statistics below so you can see it. Secondly, she keeps running to these houses, post offices, and keeps on questioning where are these so-called high-tech professionals. I'm 100% sure this Dumbo journalist would have never stepped out of Texas. Why don't you go to Apple's, Microsoft's, Nvidia's, Alphabet's, Google's of the world? Why don't you go to these top universities? Why don't you go to top laboratories? You will find top technologists, you will find innovators, you will find doctors, you will find researchers, you will find nurses, you will find everyone, lady. There is a old saying, a frog that lives in well thinks that the well is the world. It applies to you. Having said all this, guys, don't you think that we are also at fault? Don't we think that there is a small percentage among us who are bad apples? Don't you think that They started these consulting companies out of their homes, and then these ghost offices taking advantage of this H1B program. Don't we know that they created fake resumes? Don't we know that they conducted proxy interviews? And don't we know that they created fake GCs? Can you believe it? When I came to know about fake GCs, I couldn't believe it. But then what did we do? We did nothing. We stayed silent. We know these things are happening. We stayed silent and we normalized it. Because of those small percentage of people, we are facing the music. When people keep saying, I'm doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs proudly, as if they are doing something great, we just listened. When people doing dances in the streets in the name of worshipping God, we stayed silent, my friends. If you are in India, my friend, and people from other countries come occupy various parts of our cities and then behave however they want without respect to our culture, do we accept it? Now, if we behave like that in this country, doesn't it lead to jealousy and hatred? If she continues to go after those fraudsters, my friends, she would have received so much of support from the entire Indian community. But she crossed her limit. This Dumbo journalist doesn't even realize how much every Indian immigrant is adding to the exchequer. As per the Manhattan Research Institute, every Indian over a period of 30 years will save 1.7 million to the US government. Because we pay high taxes and we avail very low percentage of welfare schemes. I don't think she even realizes it. I don't even think that she wants to realize it, because only through hatred she get more views and she become famous. That's what happened. Bottom line is this, my friends. America is still the greatest country and it still respects merit, awards merit. Most of the Americans are very welcoming. America itself is very welcoming. That's why we are in these positions and we are leading a peaceful life here. Now and then we face hate mongers like her, because they cannot replicate the success of our community. Those things will only make us stronger and make us more successful. I don't think we need to worry about her, because there is a saying, when an elephant is going in the street, dogs bark. We don't even care. However, we do have a responsibility. If you find a fraudster, I think you need to speak up. That is our responsibility, my friends. Thank you for listening.